If you've ever struggled to launch a brand or a product or a service because of all the time and energy it takes to position yourself right, figure out your messaging, figure out your marketing content and your sales copy, and you use HighLevel, you're in the right place because this is going to change the game. heyLevi is an AI app that integrates right into your HighLevel agency, and it helps you do everything from figuring out all of your sales messaging, right from how to position your product or your offer for your target market, how you can price it for that target market, how you can explore some parallel target markets that you're not thinking about just yet, how to price your product or offer, what your elevator pitches could be for each of those target markets, and what your sales copy should be overall. And the best part is you can white label this app, call it completely your own, brand it to your agency, and resell it to each of your customers with full control over which features you give out to which customers. So let's dive in and let me show you what this app looks like. So the first thing you'll see when you open up the app and install it in your agency is this dashboard. Everything's yellow in here, but you can control all of that. You can also control your feature tiers, which module to turn on or off. And the idea is that you start with the core sales positioning that we're going to dive into in just a second here. But you can start there. You get all of your positioning, messaging, pricing, all of that dialed in. And then you can take that and plug it into the next piece of content that you need. So let's say you need to generate leads. You can plug that into the lead magnets module, get some ideas for a lead magnet, let heyLevi help you flesh it out completely from start to finish. Plug that into Canva if you need to make it look pretty, but the copy will be done completely in heyLevi. You can even open up ChatGPT, which is right in here, and start a new conversation. You can dial in everything from your lead magnets, your email nurture sequence that bridges the gap between your lead magnet and the actual offer that you want to lead them to, through a 7 to 12 day email nurture sequence that requires barely any editing. Trust me, these are all built on psychological triggers and neurolinguistic programming that really helps you generate emails that are going to resonate with your target audience and bridge that gap seamlessly without pitching them over and over again in every single email, and just naturally take them from that lead magnet to your offer. You can use heyLevi to come up with your website content as well, summarize content if you're plugging it in from somewhere else, a follow-up email if you simply need some ideas on how to follow up to a specific email, a one-off email. Prospect retention, let's say you get an email from a lead who lets you know that they're considering their options or they're not entirely sure if they're ready to jump in with your product just yet. You can use this module, again, using neurolinguistic programming or NLP to craft a response that's going to bring them to your side of the fence. And then, of course, you have all of your social media content as well, from your ad copy to blog posts to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, even your YouTube scripts. You can do it all entirely right here within this one app. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the core sales positioning and let's see what we get. We're going to use English for this one. And now, what is your product or service? Let's just say we want to create this for the missed call text back feature in HighLevel. Let's just start there and keep it simple for this example. So I'm going to say missed call text back. What is the name of your product? So let's say Missy callback. Okay, who's the target market for this? Small business owners, right? Those are the people who are going to benefit the most from Missy Callback. Who are your competitive alternatives? Now, this could be, and it says it right here, but this could be not just your competitors, but what are they doing instead of using this missed call text back, right? They could be using front desk receptionists to manually call back people who leave a voicemail, right? Or they're simply just losing those leads. If they don't leave a voicemail, then there's no way to actually call them back. And so they're just losing those leads. Losing leads. And this is the beauty of using heyLevi. You don't have to spend all of your time trying to massage your prompts, trying to get ChatGPT to give you something that's actually going to work. This is based on April Dunford's framework. April Dunford is the leading positioning expert in the marketing field. And she works with multi-million dollar companies and helps them grow. So we know that this is based on some solid frameworks that actually convert. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and answer this last question in this section, which is which features make your product or service unique? It is completely automated, is integrated with the rest of the customer's CRM, right? Because they're going to buy your HighLevel from you. I'm going to hit next. Okay, now it's given me my value props, my market segments that I could be considering, and pricing models to consider for each of those parallel markets, right? So, value props for small business owners, we're talking about efficiency and time saving, improved lead conversion. This is exactly what we want, right? We want to talk about how we are helping retain more leads and convert them into paying clients for our small biz customers. By ensuring prompt callbacks without any human intervention, Missy Callback helps in increasing lead conversion rates, resulting in more sales and revenue. So this is really what I would use, right? Missed call text back, that is the beauty of it, is retaining leads on autopilot. And it's cost saving. This could be a secondary value prop where small business owners can eliminate the need to hire front desk receptionists or additional team members just to call people back, right? Reducing labor costs. Okay. Some other product category suggestions. So these are some other positioning ideas that you could use. Virtual assistant solution. So instead of calling it a missed call text back, you could call it a virtual assistant solution. Positioning Missy Callback as a part of a comprehensive virtual assistant solution that handles various administrative tasks for small businesses could resonate well with the target market. I think this kind of leads into the rest of HighLevel really well because you can eliminate a lot of labor costs just by using an all-in-one automated system that HighLevel just gives us out of the box, right? And a CRM enhancement tool. And then you get more efficient communication management. All right, so moving on, we've now got some positioning ideas and then some parallel markets that we may not be thinking of. We could be targeting real estate agents. We could be targeting insurance agencies. We could be targeting professional service. So just, instead of just targeting local mom and pop small business shops, these are some other markets that we could be considering as well. Okay. And for each of these parallel markets, what would they be willing to spend? So you don't have to do that research on your own. So real estate agents would be willing to pay $50 to $100 per month for the missed call text back feature alone. We're only talking about that one feature, right? Insurance agencies would be willing to pay $80 to $150. So just a little bit more than real estate agents would be. And professional services would be willing to pay $100 to $200 per month. Again, just for this one feature, right? Okay, let's go next. And now we're going to look at some elevator pitches that we can use. Again, this is really powerful stuff. Once we have this dialed in, this is stuff that we could be referencing over and over again, pretty much before we create any piece of content, get on any sales call, build out our sales page. Really, this is what needs to drive the rest of that content that we're all spending so much time creating. All right, I'm going to go on to the next step. Okay, here's your product brief. Now we're moving on from the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch is when you literally just have 30 seconds or less to explain what you do and catch somebody's interest. It's like your hook. Now we're going to talk about your product brief and what it can actually do for the audience that you're targeting. Okay, so this is an automated callback system designed for small business owners. Its top value props are efficiency, time saving, improved lead conversion, and cost savings. I would probably put these two first, right? It's as easy as just editing it as I go along. All right, I'm going to go next. All right, this is our sales messaging. So this is a little bit more detailed than the product brief. So the product brief, again, it's repeating itself that it is an efficient automated solution designed for small business owners to improve customer engagement and streamline lead conversion. There is actually an even better value prop. I love how it says that right here. All right, I'm going to go to the last step. And here you'll see that it's given me my entire positioning, messaging, elevator pitches. It's all in here. So value props for small business owners. I've got 3 points there. Alternative markets that I could be targeting. That's over there. Alternative positioning ideas. That's over here. Parallel markets and the pricing that each of these parallel markets would be willing to pay. It's all over here. Elevator pitches for each of those markets. Again, all here. My product brief, my sales brief, my proof of value. It's all in here. All I need to do is hit the copy button here, paste it into a Google Doc or wherever I save my important business documents, and then just share it with the rest of the team, right? So everybody is on the same page and can add to the document. And now you have a super powerful foundation for every piece of content and every sales conversation that you have or your customers have moving forward. Boom, done. No spending days or weeks or even months or hundreds and thousands in marketing expenses to hire a marketing team to figure all of this out for you or for your customers, right? It's all in here, all in this system. And this is pretty much how all of the modules in the app work. So again, you have all of these different modules that you can use for creating different kinds of sales and marketing content. It's all in here. It works exactly the same way. There's no fiddling with multiple prompts at any point unless you just want to. And at that point, you can do that as well. So if you just like to fiddle with what you're getting and perfect it, you can just say, make this sound wittier for X target audience, right? Med spas. That's a really weird prompt, I would say. So I wouldn't actually use that in real life. But the idea is that I can feed this in a chat and just make it a conversation back and forth if that's just what I'm comfortable with. But I'm not starting from scratch. And that's the beauty of this. I literally have something that's 80 to 90% there. And now I can just get that last 10% to the finish line with the conversation without even changing a single tab. All right, so I'm going to close out of this, and now everything is saved. So you have content history right here. I have all of my chats saved over here, just like ChatGPT. And now, as an agency, let's actually dive into what you can do in terms of branding the app to fit your agency and how you can adjust every little detail of the feature tiers that you offer and even go down to a sub account level to control those things. So, the first thing you'll see in your agency settings are the themes. So, you can pick from any of these colors to match your branding. Let's say I want to go with purple. You can change from dark to light or auto, which will just take on whatever the setting of your computer is. I'm going to do light for now. And then let's say I want to change the layout. You can play around with these. You can preview them before you actually make it live to see which one feels best before going ahead and updating it here. You can go into the features, and here you can create as many feature tiers as you'd like to match your high-level agency SaaS plans. You can pick what the monthly word limit is going to be for this tier. This feature allows you to either turn off or on the FOMO feature. So if you want to show any modules that you have locked for this specific tier so that users or your customers are inclined to upgrade their access level with you, you can say show locked features, and then any locked features will show up with a gray lock over them. Or if you toggle this off, you can choose to simply not show any inaccessible features at all. If you have any custom prompts that you do offer to your customers, you can actually download the custom prompts template here, fill out the CSV with your prompt details. All the instructions are on the CSV template that you download from here, and then you'll upload it back into the system, and then your custom prompts will be shown only to your agency's customers. Nobody else is going to be able to see them. So that is specific to your own agency. You can pick which model you want for the content generation through the modules of the app. And if you'd like the chat model to be different, you can do that as well. Here's where you can enable or disable specific modules or features for this specific tier. All right, so when you're happy with that, you can hit save. If you go down to a sub account level, this is where you can import new accounts. Now, the app will automatically onboard any new sub accounts that it finds every 24 hours. But if you need to import them sooner than that, you can use this button here to import any new sub accounts. And in your agency settings, apart from plugging in your API keys, you'll be able to add in an upsell message here. Now, this message only shows when your customer has hit their monthly word limit. So you can decide what message you want to show them at that point. The idea is that you would upsell them to a higher tier so that they have a larger monthly limit. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at the dashboard. And this is where you can see exactly how many words and which features your users are using, which is so powerful, right? When you base your sales messaging on actual data from your specific agency, it can be a game changer. These are the 3 accounts that have been the most active in my agency this month. lifetime words generated in my account. If I go down to the content categories, I can see exactly how many words have been generated for each category, what the frequency of use is for each module, so I know which the most popular modules are for my agency, the number of accounts that have been using each of these modules, and it gives me that control until the last 90 days. So there you have it. That's heyLevi, and that is all the power that comes with it. It gives you so much more than what you can do with just ChatGPT and a library of prompts. When you know exactly how to position and sell your product, it becomes a whole lot easier to figure out how to add that messaging into every piece of content that you create. So dive in, give it a try, and get ready to make a whole lot of sales.